These are the Angles 90. Every time I say that name, it always feels a bit odd to me. Their website refers to them as dynamic training grips. Basically, they're very strong, easily attached grips that allow you to perform a wide variety of movements and exercises while allowing your wrist and arm to stay in a more natural alignment. There's a couple of different ways to set the grips up. There's the Ergo, which, as you may have guessed, is more ergonomic. There's the Power, which is for if you're doing heavier lifts and just need more of a grip. And there's also a forearm option, which you're going to take your middle finger and switch out for the ring finger, which is going to get you more of a grip engagement. I wanted to pick a pair of these up from the first time I saw them because I have a lot of damage and injury in my right arm, and so they seem like an interesting solution to that. The two main things I was interested in using these for were deadlifts and rowing. When you use these for deadlifting, it creates a feeling that's somewhere between a straight bar deadlift and a trap bar deadlift, but it's definitely more back focused than your trap bar deadlifts. The most I've ever pulled with these during deadlifts is about 330 pounds. And during those lifts, these perform really, really well. They're comfortable. They don't have any pinch points. They're not really pulling on my hands, and the handles feel nice and firm. It doesn't feel like there's any give to them at all. You can also change the height of your deadlift with these. You can just loop them around the bar, or you can tuck the straps in to the edges of the handle to get you a little closer to the actual height of the bar. In both variations, it was a lot easier on my wrists and shoulders. Now, when it comes to the rower, which was the other thing I was wanting these for, I don't even row without them now. I don't know what it is about the way rower handles are constructed, but something about the hand position and the travel really causes a lot of strain in my shoulder, but when I pop these guys on, it's virtually painless. On top of that, it creates a very different type of engagement when you're rowing. So the first couple of times I got to about 1,000 meters and I was exhausted. So it does take a little getting used to on the rower. So those were the two reasons I pulled the trigger on these, but as it turns out, there is an enormous amount of things you can do with these handles. You can pop them on a pull-up bar for neutral grip pull-ups. You can use them on a pulley tower or a functional trainer. You can attach them to a landmine for single arm or T-bar rows. And if you get the A90 sling trainer, which they sell for about 23 bucks, you can do even more. I wasn't expecting these to basically replace my rings, but for things like ring rows and dips and even ring push-ups, these are a great replacement for that. If you've ever used a TRX strap, you'll get the idea of how the sling trainer works really quickly. The sling trainer is rated for 550 pounds and it's almost the perfect length for use on a power rack. I didn't need to rubber band up a bunch of extra strapping, and the white hash marks on the sling trainer make it really easy to set the height. With how small these are and how compact the sling trainer is, you can toss it in a bag, bring it to the gym, use it as an attachment at your gym, or you could get the athlete package for about 90 bucks, which comes with resistance bands, and basically take a mini gym with you wherever you go. They're even selling a pulley system now with a loadable pin for about 50 bucks, which just increases the versatility of these even more. This type of tool is one of my absolute favorite things for home gyms because for the price, it offers incredible versatility. For under 100 bucks with their athlete set, you can get fit. You could feasibly get full workouts in with just that. Pretty often I come across products like these, some non-standard or really innovative looking equipment, and I really, really want it. So I end up buying it, I use it for about a week, and then I use it once or twice a year when I remember it exists, and ultimately end up selling it. But for me, the true measure of a great piece of equipment is when it becomes part of programming. And these are something that I'm using almost every day now. With how easy these are to use and the pain they save me in my wrist and shoulder, if it's something I can use for a movement, I do. I'll link these in the description. They're one of the few things you can actually buy right now. And check out their website. They've got a bunch of studies linked they did on these, and it's a really interesting read. I'll also link to their Instagram. They've got all kinds of new and interesting ways people are finding to use these, so check that out. And honestly, when I get tired of pushing myself and only want to push the start button on my hover round, these make a great general use carry handle. I have legitimately used these to bring groceries in from the car or carry around camera equipment or tools when I've got a bunch of bags and I don't want to make 2 trips, and that's not a silly joke. These are legitimately useful for that. So it's a guilt-free purchase. Buy 2.
you.